Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of Road to GT3. Alright guys, so as you saw in last episode, the dash went in. This time we're just going to continue on that interior, getting seats, safety equipment in, dash. We're also going to be putting in fluids today, drive shafts, and testing on the bonnet and a few other things, so lots to come on this episode. Alright, so some more work we had to do to the front rad. We just had to shave some of the trim off the top, just so that the bonnet will go down, but then also drilling, tapping and installing the front pins, obviously because none of this is on a stock GDR. So at the moment we are putting in the Dorian timer for lap timing, and also at the same time, because it goes into the same system, is the RFID sensor for the multi-driver. So when doing like Bathurst 12-hour and endurance races, this goes onto the side. I've got to make a bracket and attach it to the side of the car, and this is where I attach my helmet in with my drink, as well as the RFID sensor, so you can tell who's driving the car at any time. That also has a sensor that goes down into the bottom wheel well, which picks up the lap timing as the car's crossing the line, and we've just got to hook up the antenna to the top, and then we're going to start working after that's done on the rest of the Motec system. So at the moment I'm installing the Motec system that comes with the series. So we've made up a custom plate at the bottom to install it, running up to the number screen, running the GPS up to the back window as well, plugs into the car as well, so there's just cables going everywhere, but this is the nitty gritty stuff we've got to get done so that the car's ready to go.
Okay, so Jesse is drilling holes in the roof because we need to install the GPS beacon for the Dorian timer system. So there's a few different antennas and GPS beacons that need to be installed on top of the car, and then they wire through the car, down the roll cage and back to the boxes in the passenger footwell. Now the last thing we have to do tonight is just move the pedals back. We chucked Rob in the car, set up his driver position, and the pedals are too close, so we just have to throw them back a couple notches. Unfortunately, while we're doing that, I've noticed that one of the brake master cylinders on the back of the pedal is leaking, which is no good. And that's just turned a 15-minute job into an hour and a half. So we pulled the master cylinder out the back of the pedal box and Jesse pulled it apart. While he was doing that, James actually noticed that one of the rubber O-rings had doubled back on itself and wasn't sealing properly. Amazing spot by James, and saved us a lot of time trying to figure out what was wrong and why it was leaking. So we reseated the O-ring, Jesse put the cylinder back together again, leak tested it, and put it back in the car.
Alright guys, so that's the end of another episode. Obviously it doesn't look like massive progress is happening, but we're just getting the little things like kinks and lines, leaks in the pedals, just that little stuff that is going to catch us out on track day. We are waiting for a lot more parts from Japan, a few more from the UK, so when those arrive we'll be getting the final bits on and getting really close to starting her up. So yeah, alright, most importantly, thank you to our viewers. Thank you again to our sponsors. That's us done for another Road to GT3 episode with Someone's Racing, and we'll catch you on the next one.